TIFU by taking naps under my office desk during work hours, 25m. It wasn't today, but I thought I'm gonna write this today. I know this may sound like something silly to do. Well, it is. But please read my reason. I'm a civil engineer. I work in the engineering industry, which is one of the complicated technical industries. Sometimes at night, I review work reports before submitting them the next day. I have to make sure everything is 100% correct and safe. I start reviewing late, like at 12 a.m. or 1 a.m., then finish around 4 a.m. Mind you, this is during some nights, especially when I'm dealing with a project with tight deadlines and complicated. The writing of the reports are of course earlier, like days earlier. Anyways, my office has a desk. I've been taking naps under it for quite a while actually. I moved the desk to a unique location, back in the corner of the office, facing the door. Since I'm a civil engineer, my work also requires outdoors work. So on days when I spent the night reviewing, I come to the department manager and tell her that I'm going outside to check on projects. She gives me the green light. What do? I go to my office, close the door. Offices cannot be locked, but closed in my organization. Then take a nap. I have my pillow and blanket under the desk. The desk is wide enough and big enough to take a nap there. Since it's a big city with traffic, assuming I'm outside, my naps are usually 3,040 minutes, sometimes 1 hour. A lot of the time my team, also engineers, look for me because we work on group projects, but I was taking naps, which slowed down the work and their productivity. One day, my team was looking for me when I was taking a nap. They were looking for a project documents that we work on. I heard them, and I heard the manager's voice. They entered my office. I can feel my face under the desk was turning red. I was hoping that they would leave. Unfortunately, the project documents were inside my desk drawers. So they and the manager walked to check the desk drawers. And I was exposed. All of them looked disappointed. And I didn't know what to do. I just stared at them while I'm down at the desk. It was the most awkward moment of my life. The most disappointed was my department manager. All she said was, "My office." Now, she gave me a formal written warning and assigned additional responsibilities. TLDR. I was taking naps for 3,040 minutes, sometimes 1 hour, under my desk because I felt sleep deprived. I was also avoiding my team while taking those naps. I slowed down the work and their productivity. Got exposed. Received a formal written warning and additional responsibilities. How many hours a week are you pulling? You mentioned sometimes not finishing until 4 a.m. Are you expected to work normal business hours the next day? Does your manager know how little sleep you're getting? For such a technical job, being sleep deprived seems awfully dangerous. Funnier when George did it. Are you documenting all the hours you work? Lying is what caught you out, not the nap. You forgot the part about the fire drill where all the kids had to hide under the desk. Maybe it's just me being European, but have you thought about maybe work only during business hours? So, because you were overworked, you took naps under your desk, and your boss's reacting is to make a formal warning and assign you more work. A real-life George Costanza. Sounds like you are working too many hours. They expect too much from you. If you're hourly, stop taking work home. Get yourself on a normal sleep schedule. Stop working for free. If you're salary, it doesn't matter when you get your work done as long as it's done. I work for an engineering firm. Worse than the napping is that your billables is obviously off if you're working that many hours. Unbilled at night. A senior PEng is reviewing your work, I assume. So hours of review is redundant, especially when going unbilled to clients. The project manager would know you were working extra and be okay with a nap if your billables were accurately reflected. Fellow civil engineer here, and I did the same thing at my first job. A secretary caught me one day napping in a corner cubicle, but she didn't care. Talk to your boss and only work when you are paid. Don't take on more. This is why bridges collapse. Yeah, I've known engineers who have a mattress set up so they can sleep at work if it's more convenient. Sometimes you work late nights and it makes more sense to sleep under your desk than drive home and come back at 8 a.m. I've also known people who take naps on their breaks. Lying about it though is a big problem though. Would your boss not be okay with it? Nap in the car. Talk with your supervisor ASAP and tell the rest of the story. Why you were compelled to do napping during the day. One engineering supervisor I know keeps a couch in his office for late nights. Another company I worked for put a recliner in the lactation room. A requires room for nursing mothers to express milk, and encouraged cat naps or meditation for stressed or tired workers. The moms would knock on the door and current user would leave so moms could have their privacy. And next time sleep in your car like the rest of us civilized workers. Really? That's what I do when there is crazy temp work requirements. Seriously. I even keep a clean shirt and underwear in a bag in my office. I set my desk up so my feet block the office door if I'm laying under it. I use a binder for a pillow, and have a stack of others under there so it doesn't look suspicious. And finally I set my power cords up so that they're right by my feet when I'm in the chair. If anyone tries to come in my office, the door hits my feet. And I say, oops. I knocked a power cord out of the strip and was fixing it. The only problem is I'm a loud snorer and the hall outside has heavy traffic. Still working on that problem. Hi op. I worked in the manufacturing industry and feel your pain. I've worked 67 straight days doing 12-hour shifts and also worked a 26-hour stint once. At one point, I took a nap directly in the middle of a production line on the factory floor during a scheduled downtime. You are not alone, especially in the engineering field. There are many people like you putting well over 40 hours a week into their jobs to complete projects. But other commenters are right. When you are working late or up at all hours of the night, communicate to your boss and get some sleep. Coming in late, you are not paid a salary for the amount of time you spend on the job. You're paid for the amount of work you do. You should be allowed to adjust your schedule accordingly to meet business needs but also not deprive yourself of sleep. Good luck and practice forgiving yourself for what happened. Do you snore at all? I'd be paranoid about that giving me up. I hear, in Japan, it is seen as a good thing for a worker to nap at their desk, because they have worked so hard. A few things. All engineers find a way to nap early on. I, 43 meters, would drive my car to the parking garage across the street to get 4,560 minutes. As others have said, the hours are a problem. Work 85. Projects will come up that demand more time. And the biggest savior for me came when I decided, I am done at 5 p.m. If I need to put in extra time, I go to bed early, and wake up at 3 or 4, and get my work done before others get to the office. I am fresh, clear-minded, and nobody is around to distract me. When they come in and you say you got in at 4, no one asks a question when you say, I need to get out of here for a bit. Text me if I'm needed, and go catch a nap. I used to sleep at my desk but just during lunch break.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. epic Heracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.